good, Cuts by Rod. We back with another one. In this video right here, we're gonna be doing a one guard wavelength drop fade. As you guys can see, I go straight in with that 1.5 guard. Using my left hand, that way I can get the best angles for you guys to show you guys how I'm just letting the clipper glide over each wave, you know what I'm saying, going in the direction that it grows. Don't want to gouge or patch my client. So once you get everything nice and smooth, work your way around the head. And it's very important to comb or brush the hair in the direction that it lays, so that way you can follow that pattern with your clippers and you won't make no mistakes. Make sure to get in the ridges, because like I said, it's going to be a drop fade. As you guys can see, he got a little line from his wave cap, having it on too tight. Right here, I'm just combing out the crown, seeing which way it lays best. Then I'm going to go in and attack it. Start at the bottom of the crown and work my way down. Dust my client off, and then next I come in with my slim lines, and I'm just setting that ball guideline at his temple at the very bottom of his vertical bars. Notice how I keep going over the my guideline, because I want to get it as neat and as straight as possible. That's the key. This is your foundation of how your fade is going to be. So you don't want to just rush this or put just any kind of line in. So like I said, you want to make sure you be very, very persistent with that line. And then I'm just balling everything out. My babyless trimmers do get a tad bit closer, so you guys gonna see once that fade is finished, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get the rest of the hairs that the slim lines didn't get. But the reasoning for this is these will be closer to my lever close when I use my seniors, so that line won't be as harsh to get out, rather than if I was to use my closest trimmers like the babyless, how close they get, then I'm erasing too much hair before I've already faded. So right here I just go in with my wall cordless seniors, lever open. And my client likes his fade to be dark, you know what I'm saying? He don't want it chased on the top of his head. So with that being said, we're gonna start our guidelines and we're just gonna keep everything consistent. I usually do have a bigger lever open, but in this case, like I said, we just want to get that tight illusion, but a stretch fade in a sense. You guys will see what I'm talking about at the end of this clip. But right here, I'm just going in with my corners, and I'm just using the edge of that blade, the last few teeth. And that's so that I don't delete any progress I've made thus far on my fade, because we don't want to erase anything. We want to blend everything. So next, I go in with my 1.5 guard, just slowly notching at that line. The reason I go in with my 1.5 is because that's the guard that I did on top. So I just want to slowly debulk. As you guys see, I'm taking a lot of weight off of that line. And yeah, we just gonna get it to blend in. Like I said, make sure y'all comb, get that hair to lay. And as you can see, he got over curly hair. So in this instance right here, a lot of African American hair textures, tend to do this, and this is why, you have to use the bear claw method, the raking method. Mine even does this when I get a haircut, but like I said, you have to go in multiple directions to get that hair to lay, because once it gets so low, It just wants to coil up, and that doesn't necessarily make for a complete fade, if that makes sense. So that's why you guys will see me, as I said, going back over my work, touching everything up before I move on. And as you guys can see, that one guard, I'm just doing that lever play, is really bringing this fade along. Like I said, I'm getting all that coiliness out. And as you guys can see, I have not chased my fade. I've stayed in the same vicinity. He still has that last wave right there. So I'm just trying to keep everything consistent around the whole head. As I stated, because he had that harsh line from his do-rag line. So. If you guys like this fire beat, y'all go hit up my boy at Lone Star Chino. I'm gonna have his in the description as well as on the screen. So if you guys need any beats, you know what I'm saying, he custom beats, all that, y'all hit him up for pricing. Hit his social medias, man. And then right here, I'm just doing cleanup work. As you guys can see, I'm using my seniors again, no guard on, just doing lever play. And this part right here is where you get the hair to be into tiny particles, which is what makes the fade even a bigger illusion. So notice how I'm not, you know, just constantly staying in one area. Like I'm all over the place. I'm zip zapping, touching, you know, every little piece of the fade that I need to bring this artwork together. And as you guys can see, that last wave is still in there, but I will come back and do some clipper over comb, just so it's not such a harsh last wave. Here's the clipper over comb I was talking about. Notice how I didn't just go in and just cut all that hair off, because when you use clipper over comb, you pick your poison, you decide what hair you want to cut. So with that being said, be very careful and see the hair through the comb. If you need to get a white comb, please do that, you know what I'm saying, because the hair is black. Or if you need to get an opposite flat top comb of the hair color, do that, because that clipper over comb really will save you, you know what I'm saying, time. It's a major key, you know what I'm saying, if you really infatuated with detailing, because you gotta have that clipper over comb if you know, detail oriented. And you guys can see that fade coming along. I told you I was gonna come back with my Babyless trimmers and just clean up that last little stubble. And you guys gonna see how amazing this fade came out when I turned that chair, and how consistent it is throughout his whole head. Look at that, flawless. That last wave is in there, but I got that fade right under it, you know what I'm saying? Each follicle counts, man, CVR. Got a lot more gems coming for you guys. I'm coming. YouTube, man, I'm finna be a lot more consistent. And yeah, I know y'all guys are in for a treat. Cover a lot more content on my page. Have some more lifestyle going, but back to the video. As you guys can see, I started my guideline in the same place. Notice how I had his head turned to the other way while setting that guideline, and I still came to the back, and it was very proportional, symmetrical, you know, all that. So with that being said, just be patient on putting your guidelines in, so that way you make sure you get everything nice and even. So I'm gonna start with my wall seniors once again, follow all my same steps, protocols, and yeah. After I finish this guideline right here, I'm gonna speed up the fading process, but I feel that it's also good because you guys can always go back to the first side. And the reason I like to speed up the other side, only in this case, being that it's a fade and you know it takes a little longer, and I don't want y'all having a 30-minute video to watch. You know what I'm saying? That's not until I get my academy. But stay tuned for that. Got this merch on the way. And like I said, I'm gonna speed it up, and you guys will see that how my fading techniques really impact the fade and what I do throughout different steps. Because you guys see that I go 1.5, 1 with the grain. Y'all see that bulkiness on that last wave? Watch how I get that out. See, I keep switching from that no guard to 1 guard, no guard, 1 guard. Raking, going with the grain. Like I said, you just got to be real persistent on that hair. Never let the hair control you. Never let the hair, you know what I'm saying, do what you don't want it to do, because you have that power in your hands. Those yo clippers, like, don't ever let the hair outdo you. You tell the hair how you want it to lay. If they already have a pattern, you know, you want to go with the way that it's already laying. But with that being said, don't ever be scared of any part of a haircut, you know, any follicle, any little hair, you know what I'm saying, because you can control it. Don't be like, nah, I'm gonna mess it up. No, you go in a disciplined manner and you gonna get it done. So right here, y'all see that fade done. So I go in with my foam wrapping lotion, and I'm just brushing it in. I'm gonna come back with the do-rag, and then I'm gonna start that line up. So just to save time, I didn't show the do-rag, but I do use the Got to Be Glued hose spray, and then I come back with my blow dryer and just brushing the hair in. As you notice, my client has a widow's peak. Notice how it's hanging over, and just watch how I just tap that line and just keep everything natural. If you notice, his corners aren't as dark as the middle part was, where he had the eddy, the widow's peak. But just notice how this lineup really come out. And this is why it's important when you're fading, guys. I see a lot of barbers, they will fade out the vertical bars to where it has no depth to it, no darkness, no contrast from light to dark, you know, and that's not necessarily good. You always want to preserve that, because, and when in doubt, you know, leave it darker and then come line it up, and when you notice it don't look right, then, you know, make adjustments when necessary. But you guys see right here why it's important to not to fade out those vertical bars, because as you see, they're very prevalent in the this lineup right here. Then I come back doing touch-up work. I mean, look at that lineup. Like, that is a full lineup, you know what I'm saying, crispy. It's dark. My client already has black hair, but I mean, we could have slaughtered that. So that's why I tell you guys, just be patient on them lineups. I kept it in real-time speed for you guys. Right here, I'm coming back with my enhancement. Look at how the lineup's still natural. Still natural. I follow all my lines using that Sean Cuts hair enhancement card. One of the hardest cards out. I really appreciate it. It helps you on your C cups, your vertical bars, anything you want to enhance, man. That card is good for it. So, and then as you guys can see, I'm just staying consistent, just tapping everything, tapping my line, going back over my work, boxing out my corners, and then I come back with my straight razor, stretching that skin, that way I don't nick my client. Same thing. Alright, and that fade is finished, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hope you liked the video. Comment, leave some feedback. Tell me what other cuts y'all want to see on my channel. And then now I'm just doing a little more detailed work with my shears, cleaning up. But if you guys like this beat, like I said, hit up my boy at Chino and Cuz by Rod. We got a lot more content coming soon. Y'all run this video up for me. I love you guys. Appreciate all the support. If If y'all haven't already, go follow me on my Instagram at Cutzbyrod, CUTZBYROD. Follow that merch page at CBR Merch. And I'll see you guys in the next video.